let's start at the top of our mats. Feet are going to be hip width. And we're going to have the hands down. And then just take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Good. Breathing in and out. As you inhale, start to bring the shoulders up towards the ears. And as you exhale, send the shoulders down. Inhale, lifting them up towards the ears. And exhale, sending them down. Pressing into the big toes, lifting the shoulders up. Inhale. And exhale, arms down. Interlacing the fingers behind the back. Draw the shoulder blades together. Send those fingers down towards the floor. Lift the chest, tilt the head back. And then exhale, tilt that chin into the chest. Inhale, release the fingers. Exhale, lift them all the way up overhead. Create a slight bend in the elbow, palms facing forward. And then we're going to send those fingertips right to the hips, bending at the elbows again. Inhale to lift them up, slight bend in the elbows, connecting the fingertips. And then exhale, hands down, right to the hips. One more, inhale, lift up. And exhale, bring the hands down, back to the hips. Let's tilt the body over to the left side, pushing the hip over, almost like a teacup. Keeping the chest open. Noticing the full stretch through the side body on that right. And then inhale, use the belly to lift up. Exhale, press into that right foot as you start to tilt towards the right side. Keeping the chest open. Slight bend in the knees if need be. Inhale, press up. Exhale, back to the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the right. Inhale, come up. Lift the arms up. Interlace the fingers together, except for the first finger. We're going to reach up as high as we can and keep those arms in line with the ears. Draw the belly button in and squeeze into the back of the legs. And then exhale, arch very slightly over to the left side. Still keeping that chest forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the right. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, let's waterfall the body down, coming into a forward fold. Bending the knees. Take a really good bend in the knees here, specifically for your hamstrings, and let the arms hang. Press into the big toes. Inhale, lift up halfway, extending out from the crown of the head to the belly button, hands on the shins. Draw the belly button up, and try and squeeze the back of the legs towards one another. Deep breath in. Exhale, shoulders back towards the hips. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Taking the hands behind the legs, drawing the chest closer to the thighs. Let the head hang down. Start to press into the feet. Lift up a little bit higher. And then exhale, fold. And then inhale, come all the way up into mountain. Chest lifted back as straight as you possibly can. And start to lift the arms up, looking up at the fingertips, palms together. Exhale, hands come down by your sides. Chin to chest. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring the arms down, chin to chest. And then we're going to send the body down, forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you can, fingertips to the mat. Send the left foot back. Lower the left knee down to the ground. Lift the body up into a low lunge. Arms up. Exhale, fingertips to the mat. Press up into a runner's lunge, looking forward. And then bring that left foot to the top. And exhale, send the right foot back, lower down to the mat. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, bring the arms down. And that right foot comes to the top, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it again. Inhale, bend those knees, lift the arms up, body up, coming into mountain, palms together. Exhale, thumbs to heartbeat. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, waterfall down into your forward fold. Stick the hips up towards the ceiling. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend those knees, fingertips to the mat, right foot back, lower the right knee. Inhale, come in to your low lunge. Exhale, twisting towards that left thigh or that left knee. So right hand on the thigh, left hand on the back leg. Draw the belly button in and twist. Inhale, come back to center, arms up. Exhale, fingertips to the mat. Lift that right leg, look forward, runner's lunge. Exhale, top of the mat, forward fold. Sending the left foot back. Lowering the knee down. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, let's twist towards that right knee. Drawing the belly in. Letting the shoulders come down. Keeping the chin as best as you can in line with the floor. Inhale, come back, arms up. Exhale, fingertips down. Press up into your runner's lunge, look forward, and then come to the top, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the shins. Exhale, fold in. Bending the knees as much as you can. Lift the body up, arms up, palms together. Exhale, thumbs right down to heartbeat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, waterfall down. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders back towards the hips. Exhale, fold. Inhale, one more half lift. Exhale, fold in, bend the knees. Fingertips to the mat or hands planted on the mat. Left foot back. Lower the knee down. Inhale, lift the arms up into your low lunge. Exhale, let's twist towards the thigh. Inhale, bring those arms back to center. Exhale, fingertips to the mat. And inhale, nice and slow, send the right hip back, coming into a half split. Lift the chest. So if you need to bring your fingers back to keep the chest lifted more, that's totally fine. If you feel like you can take it a little bit further, send the chest down towards the leg, keep a slight bend in the knee, and breathe. We're going to hold here. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, runner's lunge. Bend into that back knee on the left side. Bring the left foot to the top, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. Right foot back, lower the right knee down. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, twisting towards that left side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, fingertips to the mat, slide the left hip back, lifting those left toes, coming into the fold the best way that is for you. So whether that is releasing the back foot and keeping the chest up and lifted through the fingertips, or taking a little bit more of a deeper approach and sending the left hip back and the right hip forward. Folding over the leg and extending the arms. Breathing in and breathing out. Ripple forward. Press up on the back leg, runner's lunge. Bending into that knee, come to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Let's draw those hands behind the back. Maybe interlacing the fingers or just clasping onto one wrist. And then draw the chest in. Come to where this forward fold feels good for you, whether it's bending the knees to save the hamstrings or extending the hips up and bringing the chest in closer. Shake the head yes, very slowly. And then no, equally as slow. Release the hands and fingertips to the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Heel toe the feet together. And let's bend the knees as much as we can, turning those fingertips back towards the heels. Sending the hips down. Inhale, lift the chest. Bring the palms together and thumbs to heartbeat coming into chair. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Let's send those knees back in line with the heels, keeping the toes on the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, fold down. Keep the knees bent. Inhale, we're going to come back into our chair. Exhale, lift up, palms up. Exhale, forward fold, water falling down. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold in. Bend those knees some more. Turn the fingertips towards the heels. Press the chest up, palms together right at the heart. Sitting down into our seat, lift the chest just a little bit more. Try and bring the elbows close together. Breathe in. Exhale out. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, waterfall down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good, let's send the right foot back. Coming into a runner's lunge, look forward. Pressing the fingertips into the mat, and even though our feet are in line with each other, let's try and draw them towards one another even though they're planted. Extending out through that right heel to get a little bit more of a straighter leg. But if you need a bend in the knee, take a bend in the knee. As we're looking forward here, creating a little bit of pressure towards one another with foot to foot, we're going to lift the chest up a little bit higher. Keep drawing the feet in a little bit closer towards one another, even though they're still planted in the ground. And then plant the hands down as far as you can. Send that left foot back, coming into plank. Big breath in. Slow breath out, squeeze through the legs. Inhale again. Exhale, let's bring the right foot to the top. Coming into a runner's lunge, look forward. Still grounding those feet down, and yet still pulling them towards one another like they're magnets. Activating through the thighs. Look up. Whew. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath in, keep it strong. And then exhale. Plant the hands down and come to plank. Press the ground away, rounding through the upper back, squeeze into the legs in your plank. Grip the floor with your fingertips. Spread the toes out even though they're turned in or curled in. Try to spread those pinky toes out a little bit further. And then exhale, bring the hips up and back, down dog. Start to pedal the feet. Take a little bit of a break on your legs. Coming to stillness, bringing the big toes together. Sending the heels down just a little bit. As we're in our downward dog for 3 breaths, let's start to look at the belly button. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Bend the knees. Charge the feet up. Keep those feet nice and close together. Keep the knees close together, looking in between the thumbs. We're going to hop forward into a halfway lift. So sending the butt back towards the heels, launch up, lift the chest. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, lift all the way up into mountain, palms coming up, and then palms coming together. And then exhale, thumbs to heartbeat. Good. As you take your breath here, slowly start to lift the arms up. Tilt the chin up, looking up in between the thumbs. Squeeze into the legs. Exhale, keep your arms lifted. Send the butt back or send the hips back, down, coming into chair. Keep looking up at those thumbs. And then exhale, fold. Lifting the hips up in your forward fold. Let's send the left foot back. Coming into that runner's lunge. Looking forward, still active in the legs between one another. Make sure that knee is in line with the ankle and you're not trying to go too far forward. Big breath in. Slow breath out. Let's take a small twist by putting the left hand down on the floor, right hand on the right thigh. Press the body away and then take your twist, looking up at the ceiling. Extending after that left heel. Engaging throughout the legs. Slowly bring it back. Whether it's your fingertips or the palm of your hand, or if you have something close like a book that you can place your hand on, we're going to lift the left arm up, opening the twist. Still keeping those toes on the back leg on the mat. Try not to drop the heel, even though naturally it wants to. And then coming back to our runner's lunge. Bend into that left knee, come to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Right foot back, look forward. Inhale, woo. Exhale. Right hand down, left hand on the thigh. Press the body away before you draw the belly button in and twist up, looking up at the ceiling. Make sure you're strong in that back leg. And then slowly come back towards the middle. Left hand down on the mat or left fingertips. And we're going to lift the right arm up. Draw the belly in. Don't let those back heel or that back heel come down to the mat. Keep it lifted. Exhale, both hands on the mat, look forward. Bend into that right knee, come to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Hands behind the legs or behind the calves. Remember, you can interlace them or you can grab one wrist and then draw the chest in. Inhale. Woo. And exhale. Slowly lift up halfway, whichever way you see fit, so either hands on the shins or maybe hands on the mat, extending out from the crown, again, to the belly button. Looking down at your nose, and then exhale, fold. Let's bend the knees as much as we can so we can get the hands on the mat or the fingertips really close to the mat. Send both feet back, coming into plank. Breathe in and out. Bend the knees slightly, and we're going to turn the tailbone upward. So pressing it up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to send the hips back towards the heels. And as soon as those hips come back towards the heels, lift the hips up, coming into down dog. Inhale, lift up on the toes, heels off the mat. Start to press forward with the crown of the head, rounding through the upper back, rippling out into your plank. Exhale, bend the knees. Turn the tailbone up. Send the tailbone back towards the heels. And then lift up. Down dog. Let those heels settle down before lifting them off the mat and rippling forward into your plank. Nice and slow. And then start over again. Bending the knees slightly. Turning the tailbone upward. Sticking it back towards the heels. Lifting it up towards the ceiling. Heels come down. And then heels lift up. Starting to unravel, so you're letting the head come first, then the shoulders follow, and by the time the shoulders get over the wrists, then you can tilt up with the chin. Start to bring that hip back, tailbone up, hold here. Breathing in. Let those knees hover. Send it back just an inch and hold. And then send it back a little bit more and hold. Keep that tailbone up. And then slowly bring the chest down, lift the hips up, bring the heels down, exhale, down dog, pedal the feet. Looking in between the thumbs, and then exhale, looking at the belly button. Let's bring both knees down to the mat, knees wide, toes together. Send the hips back towards the heels, coming into child's pose. Arms extended, you can tent the fingertips, or you can let them stay nice and flat. Inhale, rock up into table. And exhale, we're going to drop the chest, drop the belly, and lift the chin, coming into our cow. So still with that tailbone lift, just like we were doing in the down dog. And then we're going to tuck the tailbone in, round to the upper back into our cat. One more set here as we lift the tailbone, lift the chin, drop the belly. And then let's press our hearts up towards the ceiling. Bring the hips forward. Squeeze into the legs, squeeze into the glutes, grip the fingertips. Slowly come back to neutral. Tuck the toes. Bring the knees in a little bit closer. Also let the big toes touch. Breathe in, look in between the thumbs. Exhale out. Good, let's lift the body up. So pressing through the base of the palms, letting those knees hover. And then immediately tuck that tailbone up, or point that tailbone upward. Send it back towards the heels. As soon as it comes back towards the heels, hold here. Just like a spring, lift the hips up and bring them down. And lift and lower. And lift and lower. We're going to make it a little bit harder. As you lift, right foot comes up, and then you're going to bring it down. And then as you lift up again, left foot comes up and down. This time when you bring that right foot up, try and bring that heel as close as you can towards the butt. Good, and down. Woo. And then back to the left side and down. Still marching back and forth, looking in between those thumbs. One more here on the right side. And then one more here on the left side. Coming back down, hold for 3, 2, and 1. Send those hips up and back down dog, pedal the feet. Good. Inhale, look in between the thumbs. Exhale, bring that chin towards the chest. Lift the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Bend into that right knee. See if you can bring it as close as you can to the floor, and then we're going to send it to the top of the mat. So left foot to the top of the mat, look forward. Inhale, press up into a high lunge. Arms come down by your side. Big breath in. Woo, arms lift. Exhale out, cactus those arms down, press the chest forward. Inhale, send the arms up. Exhale, turn the body towards the long edge of the mat, coming into a wide stance. Bringing the palms down to the heart. Breathe in. And exhale, turn the right toes out to the side. Make sure the right heel is inward. Bending into that right knee. We're going to come into our little ninja lunge. So not very not very low to the ground. Coming up to a point where you can still stay standing. So maybe with those left toes, you have the outside edge in line with the short end of the mat. So it's a bit easier to hold. And you're sticking the butt back, bending at the hip, and keeping the palms together and pressing them in. Slowly come back to center, lift up. Turn the left toes, bend into that knee. Send it back. For those of you that can come further, come further. If you want to bring the hips back down to the mat as you shift to the right side, maybe lifting the toes on the left. Making sure to keep the hip open. And then lift up and send it over. One more lift up to the right. Use your hands if necessary if you're coming down and you feel a bit wobbly. Keep the chest lifted. Good, and to the left. Inhale, lift up. Send the arms out. Exhale. And then inhale, turn those palms up. Look up at the ceiling. Bring the palms together. And nice and slow, without looking down at your hands, you're going to turn your feet to the back end of the mat. So now your right foot is forward and left foot is back, coming into a high lunge. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Inhale, send that right foot back, coming into plank. Big breath in. Exhale, bend the knees, turn that tailbone up, and come to down dog as you lift the hips up towards the ceiling and heels down. Rolling forward, so lifting up on those toes, keeping the heels off the mat. Pressing forward, first with the head, then the shoulders, releasing straight into your plank. Back to your down dog ripple, bend the knees, send the hips back, tailbone turns up, lift up towards the ceiling, heels down. Lifting up on the toes, round up, come forward, look in between the hands. Last one as you bend the knees, and send it back. Hold nice and steady here. And then we're going to lift the right leg up, three-legged dog. Pressing into the first finger and thumb. Bend that left knee as best as you can. Maybe see if you can touch the floor, and then send the right foot to the top of the mat. Looking forward in your runner's lunge, press up into the foot. Exhale out. Inhale, arms lift. High lunge. Exhale, let's shift it over to the long edge of the mat. Coming back to our star, palms together, pressing them in. Strong arms. Heel in and toes out for the left foot, bending into the knee, coming into our ninja lunge in whatever way feels safe for you. Slowly lift up. Keep that chest lifted. Exhale, right heel in, right toes out. Ninja lunge at the back of your mat. 1, over, lifting up. Exhale, bending in. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the other side. And then inhale, lift, arms up. Exhale, without looking at the toes, shift the body to the top of the mat. So left foot forward, high lunge. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale to plank. Let's come back into our down dog. So again, bending those knees so that they're hovering, sending the hips back, but before sending those hips back all the way, turn the tailbone up. Send it back and up then. Draw the heels down, pedal the feet. Lifting up on those toes, rounding through the upper back, let it come forward. Exhale, hover the knees. Turn the tailbone up, send it up. And hold here. Keep pedaling those feet. Twisting the body maybe from side to side. And then we're going to take the right foot up, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw that knee into the chest. Bring that knee as high as you can. And then shift it over to the left tricep or the left arm. And then we're going to stick that left foot out. Nice and slow, pressing into that right hand. Make sure the back heel, so that left foot, left heel comes down onto the mat nice and solid. And then you're going to lift the right arm up towards the ceiling, coming into fallen star. Big breath in. Slow breath out. Bring the hand down, turning back onto the toes on that left foot. Look forward, lift the chest. And then we're going to lower the hip down and fold over the leg. Catch your breath here. Trying to slow it down. Really flex through that left foot. And then press up onto the hands. Keep the elbows bent, draw the chest down, grip into the fingertips, and then with the base of your palms and your feet, lift up. Turning back onto those left toes, send that right knee up into the chest. You might have to adjust your hands, and then back and up, three-legged dog. And then bring it down to the mat. Breathing in and out. Left foot lifts up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee into the chest. Lift it up as high as you can, press into the hands. And then bring that left knee over to the right hand, stick the leg out. Remember with that back leg, you want to plant it completely flat on the mat before pressing into the left hand and lifting the left arm up. The right arm up. Holding in your fallen star, breathe in. And out. Press the hips up a little bit higher, and then drop the hip right down. Fold over the leg. Trying to flex through both feet. Breathing in and out. And then hands back to the mat. Bending in the elbows, Maybe even trying to get those toes already close onto the mat so you're able to prop up, and then press up. Good, slide that foot back towards the chest, and then lift it up, three-legged dog. Place it back down on the mat. Start to pedal the feet. And then let's send the knees to the mat. Send the hips back towards the heels. Bring the arms back, fold over the thighs, child's pose. Big breath in. And exhale out. Inhale, lift the chest up, coming into kneeling. And exhale, tilt the head from side to side. We're going to send the right foot forward. And we're going to heel toe it out to the edge of the mat. And then bring the hips down. Keep the hands up, coming into lizard. If you want to take it a step further, you can bring the forearms down to the mat. And you can actually lift the back leg. Just try and keep that foot planted as best as you can and the knee close to the body. And then we're going to lift up. Bring that right foot back. Settle the hips back in your child's pose, and then left foot comes forward all the way to the outside edge of the mat, coming into lizard, either 1, 2, or 3. Big breath in, slow breath out. Hands on the mat, lift up. Send the foot back. Come into a wide child's pose, so toes together, knees apart. Lower the chest down, bend at the elbows. Let your forehead relax on the mat. And then inhale. Place the hands out in front. Come up onto the knees, bring them a little bit closer. Start to walk the hands forward. Keep the hips lifted where they are, so make sure they're in line with the knees as best as possible. And as you walk those hands forward, drop the chest down into puppy pose. If this is too intense on the shoulders, then fold the arms. Just place the forearms on the mat instead of having the arms fully extended. Big breath in, slow breath out. And then press up. Shift the body forward, coming onto the forearms, and then tilt the head from side to side, move the hips from side to side. We're going to place the left forearm on the mat in line with the short end of the mat. So you want the left fingertips coming over to the right side. And then we're going to bend into that right knee, grab it from behind, either pant leg, ankle, or toes, and draw the heel as close as we can into the hips. As you're doing so, press the hips into the mat to open up through the quads or to open up through the front of the thigh. Inhale. And exhale, nice and slow. We're going to release. We're going to switch sides. So right forearm on the mat, making sure the right fingertips are pointing towards the left side. Left foot lifts up with the left hand, either ankle, pant leg, or toe. You're going to bring the heel as close as you can towards the butt cheek. Lift the chest up, push the hips forward, right into the floor. Make sure this isn't intense on your knee. If it is, take the foot back a little bit. If your knee feels okay here and you're squeezing into the glutes as well, it'll make a whole world of a difference on the front of that thigh. And slowly release. Bring both feet up. Windshield wipe them from side to side. And then we're going to place the hands down on the mat, lift up into kneeling, and come into a cross-legged seat on our mats. Sit up nice and tall. Breathe in. And exhale, right hand behind the hip, left hand on the knee, slow twist. Keep the body lifted. Draw the belly in as best as you can. Create more space for your twist. And then inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, twisting towards the left side, so left hand behind the hip, right hand on that left knee. Draw the belly in. Sit up nice and tall. Come back towards the midline, lifting the arms up. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale. And exhale, making sure to lead with your chest in this fold. So if you're here, stay here where it's comfortable. If you feel like you can come down a little bit further and it doesn't feel too harsh on the knees, doesn't feel too harsh on the hip, and it doesn't also feel too harsh on your back, then for sure, fold in a little bit more. Walking the hands over to the right side. Fold in. And then nice slow exhale, walking the hands over to the left side. Bring the body back to center. Inhale, lift up. Tilt your head from side to side. And then let's place our hands on the knees, palms facing up, or you can connect the first finger and the thumb. Whatever feels more comfortable for you here. Rooting down to the floor. Drawing the breath in to open the belly up and the chest up. And exhaling nice and soft out of the mouth. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale, making the body become nice and heavy into the mat. Inhale. And exhale. As you begin to center yourself here with your breathing, and your body begins to melt a little bit more into the floor, take one moment to set an intention for the rest of the day. Even if that intention is just to relax and rest, if it's to sit outside, if it's to read, put that intention right now into the forefront of your mind, forefront of your brain, and then bring the palms together and sigh out. Thank you guys so much for joining me this afternoon for Power. I'll talk to you guys later. Namaste.